Welcome to a very special edition of We Church. Now, let me tell you why we call it We Church, and let me tell you why we don't call it We Church anywhere else outside of Missouri. Because me and Nick have been doing this for 11 years, and you'll know by the end why I call it that. But the reality is we don't want to stigmatize people and think they're not welcome in our community or they're not part of this because they have a different religion. Because We Church isn't about that. We all have a compass inside us that says if we're doing something good or something bad, yes? Yeah. That's all you need. You guys are all good people till you prove you're not. So you guys also happen to be good people that said, I will stand up and break an unjust law if I don't believe in it. So that's the commonality before legality, is that we were all willing to break a fucking law if it wasn't legit, right? I'll be a criminal every day if you make me one. So you guys earned something when you took back weed, you did something special, and that's why this isn't a party, this is a celebration. So you don't have to have a business out here, you just have to have smoked weed and been a person. It's very easy. What time is it? Lies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy 420. So, fuck, you still have to, these are adult child proof, and that's good. Nick, will you open this? So we're overcoming a problem. I like to smoke blunts, and normally I'm like fumbling it up here and I fuck up my own 420. But turns out you can eat weed, right? You can drink weed. Much love to Keith Cola, because they got a lot of cold sodas for you to drink. But they do have marijuana in them. They're labeled very clearly. But if your kid gets into your medicine, it doesn't mean you have to call 911 like it does if they get into your pharmaceuticals. Because if you find your kid passed the fuck out, you need to do a way better job of hiding your weed. If you get home and your fridge is completely empty and you just went shopping, do a better job. But you will cause no harm, and that's the beauty of this, is that you can grow your own medicine, right? Pharmaceuticals are a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they have a lot to lose. We just did MJ BizCon because we literally do 24 shows a year where we do exactly this, and it's always a fucking party. But we did MJ BizCon, and I went to the DJ and I said, I need that mic for like 5 minutes, and I gave him a big bag of weed and stood back. And he said, I am only allowed to give employees of Hawthorne this microphone. I said, I, sir, am an employee of Hawthorne. And then proceeded to do my thing, but I took mental note that the main sponsor of MJ BizCon, the world's biggest cannabis expo B2B in Las Vegas, was sponsored by Hawthorne, and their name was nowhere on it. They didn't want any credit, they just wanted to secretly and subversively be there. So that's who's coming for your job. That's why it's so important right now when it's not federally illegal, because that's what's keeping them out of this, to exercise your right and open a cannabis business and participate in this wave, because we're all surfing on a wave that they're paddling trying to catch. All right, so a lot of people are like, oh, he gives shit away for a living, but it's a little both, so we're gonna do everything, right? Can we make some noise for Nick? Are you ready to give some shit away? We're gonna throw these raw hats out. Everywhere you are. Support the companies that support you back. We just did this in Barcelona, Spain. Raw had a giveaway box for us. We just did this in Hawaii for the Hawaii Expo. Raw had a box for us. We've done the South African Cannabis Expo, and it was lit as fuck. Because everywhere we go, cannabis is the common denominator. So continue to celebrate your community, continue to do badass shit, and we'll talk about you. So literally, twice a month, an insane box from Raw shows up. And I know it costs them a ton of money. So they do this for you guys. It's not about us. And here's some love from Raw Rolling Papers. And specifically Mini Josh. Yeah, throw that out, Brandon. Much love to Herbal Refreshment. Wow. Benicio. That's a cool name, right? You gotta leave alone, ladies. Okay, you guys want these, right? Somebody literally said they'd have sex with me from this pillow, and it was a man. But we're just gonna throw it because that's what I said, right? So this comes from Stizzy. Hold on. You're gonna catch the vibe. It's gonna be like serious moment, fun moment, serious moment, fun moment. So You notice this shit doesn't have Dabstars written all over it because we don't believe in competition. If you put your career energy into this, we want to represent you. So let me tell you why Stizzy is badass. Because when they first debuted in cannabis, everybody was here doing their thing. They're like, how are we going to be different and fuck everybody up, right? And so several years ago, at the Emerald Cup in California, they watched the weather and saw that it was going to rain. And I'm telling you, the second a rain dropped in that California venue, Stizzy raincoats appeared on everyone. They had employees ready to deploy, and they had 4-foot long Stizzy logos down the back. So they turned the entire venue into a Stizzy event, and it was bad fucking ass. So these are from them that are apparently doing really good now. But that shows you that anybody can make it. If you have a dope idea and you're good at marketing, then come fuck with it.
You gotta get loud for the pillow. I really think you can get a lot louder for one of these people. Jonah, it's fucking cool, isn't it?
How dope is this for a job, right? Since we have a lot of time together, and it's 420, I'm going to tell you how this started because it's hilarious. I had a cannabis company, but it was an idea. It was fucking weed in a cupcake. It had been done. But we were doing shows, and we had a little text thread where we would share ideas. It was me and 2 girls that we had been bud tenders together. And so I sent a simple idea in there. I said, Rockstar, and on the next line it said Dabstar, and everybody got a kick out of it, the thread, right? So the next weed event we had, I printed out these stickers. I'm gonna fuck this up because this is my whole life, right? I was a poor kid from Colorado. So we put a Dabstar sticker on the table, right? And I tried to sell that motherfucker for $2. And all day, people like dope sticker, and they tried to take it. I'm like, sorry, you have to buy it. And they laughed at me about my $2, right? So halfway through the day, I picked up my stickers, and I looked out at the room at the people that I respected, that I looked up to, the rock stars of our community. And I walked up to them and I said, hey, can I take a picture of you? And I gave them the sticker, and I took a picture, right? And I went up to this lady that was a crazy activist, and I gave her a sticker, and I took a picture. And then I went home, and I had this collection of pictures, and about halfway through collecting these, people were like, hey, can I get that sticker? I said, no. Here's your money. I said, they're not for sale. Lady said, you just tried to sell me this and I told you no. And I said, well, now you can't get one. You have to be a fucking Dabstar, right? I posted those 10 little photos online, and people were so thirsty to know about their community that we had 1,000 followers in 48 hours. And we went from 1 like to that. So when we hit 100,000 followers, which wasn't much longer after that, a company called Happy Daddy, who made little dabbers and shit, said, we're gonna fly you to Denver, Colorado to do Big Show, Secret Club, I'm high too. And they just wanted the clout. They just wanted me to take pictures for my gram, right? Like a lot of you guys out there doing influencing stuff. And so they had a tiny little megaphone on the table, and it was a terribly boring day. Everybody was walking by our booth, and I just picked it up and started talking to people like they were human beings because I was just really fucking high, right? That great edibles. And we had a crowd for 90 minutes. So we did that, and then they said, will you come back for next week and do Big Show? So we did, and we fucking had a massive crowd. But we didn't do giveaways back then. And this little guy with the booth across the way said, come over here, I want to give my entire booth away. And it was Cali Glass, so they're still around. And we gave away the whole fucking Cali Glass booth, and we almost tore that motherfucker down. So they said, will you do it again? I said, I have to call my old lady, I have a kid and shit. 1 week later was the High Times 2013. And we murdered that fucker so big, we have turned it into a career, and we're standing here today. So we love you guys. I will gladly do this as long as you guys stand up for cannabis. We're going to continue to stand up for you. Disseminate that. I was supposed to open it and throw it. I'm terrible. You guys got me going. This is dope as fuck. You earned it.
Oh, you gotta do me a favor though. I get to live out my everyday dream from an idea that this guy made. So let's just show appreciation to get as loud as we can for Jonah Tacoma. I need to hear real loud.
shit. So when I said Raw Sense is a crazy box with all kinds of shit, there's a Halloween costume in here. It turns you into an inflatable box of Raw. So I don't know who's getting it, but that will not fit you, sir. Alright, this will be easier. These are dope ass limited edition Raw keychains. And you can roll tiny marijuana or put them in your 10-scale crawler, I don't know. These are fun because everybody gets one if I do it just right. Few people on the rail will make it extra hard. So I flew here to do this. I'm from Seattle, Washington. But like I said, it doesn't matter. You can go anywhere and find your people. Just follow the smell. So these are nectar collectors. This is a friend of ours. Nectar collector was the original innovator and so many people have knocked him off. This is a tiny pocket version. You heat it up, you stick it in the dab, and you smoke the weed. Danger, oh God, liability. Blob Mobs, thank you very much. Product sponsor alert. So, thank you, more of these. Pocket dab rig, pocket dab rig, pocket dab rig. Oh shit. You see why I said I'd be sweating at the end, right? But, more importantly, do you see why I call it Weed Church? Alright, we still have this pound of weed. Oh, save it. Alright, this is a really dope limited edition rolling tray. Say it again. My hat's actually quietly expensive, sir, but I'll give you the rolling tray. Love you, brother. Alright, this is the rover you put your extracts inside. This is from Tip Device. This is another company that's not here, but they're down to represent you guys here in Missouri because this community has power all over the world, yes? We got a lot, don't worry. I'm going to throw them in every general direction. That helps you roll a blunt. This is an electronic pocket rig. All right, so we talk about the pound of weed yet? We got some boost packs. That's like a big one. Here, try that to what it's about. Oh, duh, I'm retarded. So, I have 3 ounces of marijuana for you guys. What? It comes in a cleverly deceptive bag. Can we make some noise for Mendo Dope? Alright, this is going to be kind of fun, right? Because in the very beginning, we very randomly disseminated a bunch of beige raw hats. And one of them has been signed by me and Nick. Bring me the hat. Bring me the hat, sir, ma'am. No, I gotta see the inside, the signature. Okay, hold on. The plot is evolving. Nice job, buddy, good catch. So we had to find the best way we could disseminate this to you guys. So the last time we were in Missouri, moment, that's badass. You either got a job or some medicine for a long time. Look, you guys are all part of our community. The last time we did that in Missouri, we did it to the first person to hold up a food stamp card, so I give no fucks. Oh, that's your hat too, my bad. Can you give him his hat? Are we having a good 420? Alright, so I have to talk about this. Because this is the limited edition Raw 20th anniversary rolling kit. It's all special and wood inside. Your hat says veteran, sir. Are you wanting to talk about it?
Yeah, it was 1970 to 74.
Does he deserve to have it?
I've been smoking weed for 55 years.
You, sir, are the reason that we get to smoke weed legally. So, can we make some noise? Oh, I see some people I gotta take care of. Oh my God, that's expensive looking glass. Sir, don't. All right, they're good. So, this is from E-Town Buds. These are hash rosin carts. I can tell I'm in a room full of industry professionals because you know how much these cost. I'm really good at my job, I told you. I can also do hats. If you hold a hat like this, I'm pretty good. 11 years of training. All right, do we understand what this is, right? Okay, I'm not gonna take a bunch of time explaining it. E-Town Buds, thank you for sharing with your friends. You're still in here. You see how dope this is, right? You, sir, come here, come here. If I throw this, I'm gonna blast. I'm gonna fall out. But how far did you come to this show? Because I know you drove. He came from Omaha, right? You also get a, there you go. I remember you. Some of you guys are like, what's this fucking table about? And I'm like, I will remember your face. And you're one of them. All right. All right, this is the only thing in the whole fucking giveaway that says Dabstars, right? That means you guys owe thank you cards. So when you support a business, it can mean spending a few dollars. It can mean following them on social media. So this, even though it says Dabstars, this is an epileptic kid in Denver that was homeless, and he showed up at one of the High Times events, and he was cool. We did not know he was homeless. We took him out for bottle service, and then at the end of the night, he took the bottles home. So I get a message a few months later, and he said, hey, I was homeless when you met me, but I now sell these little scarves, and I have my own apartment. Because he has seizures, he's a hardcore kid. So much love to Scarfini. Mike Tyson wears his exact one. So we had the honor of doing mushrooms with Mike Tyson. It wasn't intentional. We were trying to give away a mushroom. He's very insistent. When we shut the club down, they turned the lights out on Mike Tyson. I'm like, I guess we're leaving. But one of the coolest things that came out of that mushroom trip is Mike told me that he uses mushrooms to practice dying, and I thought that was really deep. Some of you like hardcore psychonauts will pontificate on that later. Fancy seeds! Look, this is a Dutch company that's been doing it for 40 years. We just celebrated their 40th in Barcelona, Spain. And they've literally been doing it for you guys since long before it's legal. And they keep us on the road. So, can we hear you say, thank you, Cincy Seeds? Your Dutch brothers appreciate you. And now, Cincy Seeds has Cincy Seeds US, and we can get it right here at home. Thanks to Donald Trump mis-signing the farm bill. I guarantee he did not know he was legalizing weed when he signed that. Or maybe he did. Fuck, you might be right. Barcelona, Amsterdam, Cincy Seed. I'll try. Thank you guys for the energy. I appreciate it. That's what keeps us going. We're gonna do this every year, right? Well, welcome to a 420 tradition. When people like Donnie step up to the line and make this possible, we get to do it every year. Let's rock it. Make some noise for Mendo Doe! Oh shit, he wanted a crowd shot. I thought I was being pulled. Alright, let's do that real quick. Can we all tighten up as best we can? And then we'll make some noise and... Everybody get together! Everybody get together and try to smoke with one another. Make some noise! We love you guys. Continue to celebrate. Continue to make new friends. And we'll see you at the next one. Peace!